What's up guys, JV2017 here, and I am bringing you a new Fallout 4 tips and tricks video. And this time I thought I'd cover something helpful to newer players getting the game around Christmas and those that have been playing the game since the beginning, since release. Just a quick reminder guys, this is your hub for daily Fallout 4 content here on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned on my channel for daily Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. Today I'm going to show you how to get a massive head start on your character in a new playthrough. Since the game has been out for over a month now, I figured this is a time when people are either starting new characters or even getting the game for the first time. And in any case, the first 5 hours of Fallout can be a real drag when you've played it before. So if you're like me on a new playthrough, you just want to jump into the game with your new build, your new faction, whoever you're choosing, whatever the case may be, you just want to get into the game quicker, and that can definitely help with that. Real quick, I am resuming my daily Fallout 4 stream on my Twitch channel, so check the description for more info if you are interested. So what we're actually doing here, the method that we're using is we're starting in Sanctuary and using all of the materials that this area gives us in order to boost our XP very early. So the idea is to collect all the materials that are just sitting around Sanctuary and use them to build two things: wire fences and wire fence posts in order to gain experience. And this will get you to level 10 within maybe 30 minutes of leaving the vault. So if you don't even want to deal with Preston and Mama Murphy and all those, annoying people, you don't have to. You can just get to level 10 doing this and then continue on your adventures. So I guess if there were a step-to-step kind of method of doing this, it would be first to gather the materials that are just sitting around Sanctuary. So really the four main things that you should be looking for and scrapping. So you're going to go into workshop mode, and then when you click X on something in the world, or if you're on a different console, PC, whatever that button may be, you're going to want to scrap all of the giant houses that will give you a ton of materials. That's kind of the first thing you look for. And then trees. There are so many trees around Sanctuary, a lot more than it appears. But if you go around and scrap all these trees, they're going to give you around 20 wood each. Those are very high value for collecting materials. Of course, the beds that are in all of the houses, they're 20 wood each, which is a lot of wood as well. And then finally, the cars give you a ton of steel. There's also some other things like lampposts and, mailboxes. Those will give you steel as well. Of course, you can go through and scrap absolutely everything, but if you're trying to maximize your time and get these levels as quickly as possible, I would just focus on these high points. Once you've gathered the building materials, you're going to go into structures and then all the way to fences and then wire fence. And there's two different items we're going to be building, like I said before. There's first the wire fence post and then an actual wire fence itself. So those use different materials. The first one, the post, uses wood, and then the fence itself uses steel. So you're going to alternate between these. So essentially what I do is I just go on an empty foundation, and then in a straight line I just spam the build button. And as I'm doing this, I'm walking slowly back in a straight line, and I think this is the most efficient way to do it. When I first started doing this, I was actually just building in a circle, which doesn't make a lot of sense. This is the most efficient way to do this because we're actually going to scrap these and get parts back that we can use to again build more fence posts. So basically, once you're done with your wood, you can move on to the wire fences, and normally these will be positioned end to end, so you want to flip them around, kind of, I guess that would be 90 degrees, and kind of build them this way because that's the most efficient way, kind of like what we did with the wire fence posts. And the idea here is that you just keep going until you're done with steel. And so really you're just maximizing your time by building these things. And if you want even more experience out of the same amount of materials, you can actually go back and scrap everything that you just built and get materials back. So for each fence post, you spent 2 wood to make a post, you get 1 wood back. And for each wire fence with the steel, you get 1 steel back. So essentially you're getting half of that back that you can again pour more experience into by building these things over and over and over. So the resulting effect here is that you're getting a lot of early game experience by taking advantage of this building system. You get a certain amount of experience for building each item, and the fact that you're a low level just lets you kind of, take advantage of that fact. And so, some people may scream, this is a cheat, this is an exploit, and whatever. Personally, my opinion on this is within the rules of the game 100%. This reminds me of the water purification video that I made, you know, how to make a bunch of caps really quickly. So this is the same thing. This is within the rules of the game. So we're not exploiting it. I just think it's a little bit cheesy, you know? It's a little bit of a, you know, get rich quick kind of method for, you know, getting experience. But the thing is, you can do this in any settlement. You can go to any settlement and break down items and replicate this method. The thing is, this is not the most efficient way to do things after like level, you know, 10. Maybe you could get up to level 15 just by doing this before you even step foot into the real world. But, you know, this is not going to be helpful at higher levels. So this is really something that's helpful at the beginning of a game, at the beginning of a new playthrough. Maybe you're trying out one of my character builds on my channel, you know, and you want to get a head start in that. I understand that. And also for some of you guys that are getting the game just around Christmas, maybe you're new to the channel and you want to get a head start out in the world, maybe you're playing on a higher difficulty, this is also something that can really help you out. So I'd like to know, will you level up this way in the beginning of the game? You know, is this something that you condone? Do you feel comfortable doing this? Again, I don't think this is an exploit. I just think this is a shortcut, you know, that, you know, for players that have played, you know, like 150 to 200 hours, you know, they're tired of doing, you know, Preston's quest and doing things around Sanctuary, you know, making the beds and doing all of that monotonous stuff over and over. I totally get that. And I think this is exactly, you know, kind of the solution to that. Let me know what you guys think about this below. All right, guys, today I showed you how to get a nice head start to a playthrough in Fallout 4. And next time we'll cover more Fallout on my channel. So stay tuned for daily Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. And remember that this is your hub for Fallout 4 content on YouTube. If you learned something new, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more unique weapon guides, build guides, and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.